Hi, I'm Kelly Dolan from WildYarns.com in Denver, Colorado, and today I am going to show you how to knit a scarf for a beginner. The two things that you need in order to knit a scarf are yarn and knitting needles. To put the yarn on the knitting needles, we do something called casting on. Take one needle in your left hand and you are going to make a slip knot with the yarn. So make a little loop, pull the yarn through from the back, and there's your slip knot. Slide that right onto the needle. Pull it tight, but not too tight. And then you'll twist the yarn in a loop and put that onto your left needle. You'll continue twisting and putting onto the needle as many stitches as you need for the width of your scarf. I'm only going to put on 5 stitches for this demonstration, but most scarves have 20 to 30 stitches. The next thing that you need to do is take the other needle in your right hand, put the point of the needle through that loop that is closest to the point of your left needle, wrap the yarn around, pull that wrapped bit through, and drop the first stitch on the left needle off. And you'll just repeat this, putting the point of the needle through the loop, wrapping the yarn around, pulling that wrapped yarn through, and dropping the stitch off. And that is called a knit stitch. And you'll just continue across the row. And when you've made it to the end and all of your stitches are on your right needle, you'll turn the right needle around, put it in your left hand, and you'll do the same thing that you just did. Put the needle through the stitch, wrap the yarn around, pull the yarn through, and drop the stitch off the left needle. You'll continue for as many rows as you would like the scarf to be long. The third and final step for knitting a scarf, obviously your scarf will be much longer than my sample here, is called binding off. You're going to have the needle with the stitches in your left hand. You are going to knit 2 stitches just like you've been doing. But now comes the tricky part. So with your left needle, you are going to go to the first stitch, the one all the way to the right, pull it over the one to the left, and drop that off. So you just have 1 stitch on your right needle. You'll knit another stitch, pull that first stitch over. Again, only 1 stitch on the right needle. And you'll continue this all the way across until there are no stitches left. Once you have this 1 stitch, your last stitch, no stitches on the left needle, you'll pull the yarn through and just cut this piece here. And those are a few brief steps for a beginner to knit a scarf. I'm Kelly Dolan from WildYarns.com in Denver, Colorado. Thank you for joining me. Happy knitting.